Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to our live, our second live actually, where we're going to talk about avoiding mistakes when selling translation services. Okay, I think that this live, this event, the presentation that we're going to talk about today is extremely important because you will be able to avoid all the mistakes when preparing and when executing any of your sales interactions, be it a sales email, a sales call, or talking to your prospects at an event, wherever you meet them live, for example. Okay, now I'm going to switch this window so that you can see the entire presentation. I would like to start it with a common LSP story. This is an example of an email that can be sent to an IT startup that seems to be a common target audience of LSP companies. And it normally reads something like this. Hello, I'm Anna from XYZ Localization, the translation agency. We have a large in-house team of highly experienced translators who use modern translation technologies and machine translation. We also work according to ISO 17100. And of course, we offer many language combinations. Now, from the perspective of, let's say, a manager of a startup, I don't see anything that basically addresses my needs right now, although I might wish to expand into different markets. I know that I have to sell my software, I don't know, in, let's say, 10 other countries, and they need localization services. But from this email, I don't get basically any feeling that this person or this company can help me. To make it clearer, let's say, for example, you have a sore throat, high temperature, you are sweating, you don't know what's wrong with you, and you call a doctor. And the doctor says, hello, I'm Dr. John from the medical center. We have a highly professional staff from nurses to doctors. We use the latest medical equipment and biotechnology supported by artificial intelligence. We operate according to the latest standards of the medical profession. We have a comprehensive range of medical services. How do you feel now? So you have a sore throat, you are in pain, and your doctor tells you something like this. What would you have expected from the doctor to ask you? Probably, how are you? How can I help you? Wouldn't you? Okay, so this was just an example to illustrate, how such a generic email can have potentially bad impact on the recipient. Okay, so what are we going to talk about today exactly? What mistakes? I kind of gathered in 3 types of mistakes. The first one is, what do you really want? The second one is called focus on your clients as heroes. The third one, focus on yourselves as guides. And the fourth thing I would like to talk about is our upcoming workshop that is called Reinforce Your Sales. So for those who stay with us until the end, there is a candy. Okay, and who am I so that I have the right to talk about it? I'm Zoran Metikush from Perfecta BTI, a company that helps LSPs make progress. My job is business and personal progress strategist. Basically, now it's my job purpose. I used to call it a job function, so it could be like consulting, coaching, mentoring, whatever you call it. But ever since I started perceiving it as my job purpose, then I came up with this name that reflects me, 100%. I used to work as a teacher, translator, project manager, operations manager, business developer, managing director. And by education, I'm a linguist, an executive MBA, and a professional coach. Okay, so in this live, not chat, I would like to share some tips with you at the beginning. You can ask any questions and share your ideas in the chat. So I will answer them at the end. And of course, you can send them during the presentation anytime you want. And you can also use emoticons for nonverbal communication. All of you probably how nonverbal communication is important. So here we can apply it as well. Okay, so the first mistake. What do you really want? Somehow from that email in the very beginning, I got the feeling that the company doesn't know what they exactly want. Who are you? What is the goal that you want to achieve by selling your language solutions? I don't see it. What is the purpose behind this email? Or how do others perceive when you appear lost? I mean, it's like, okay, I have a feeling that the company is lost because it's not addressing me, my problems, let's say my strategic goals, or anything that is related to me. So it can be sent to anyone. So I could say that this email is lost in the mass of other emails. Okay, if you don't know exactly what you want, because sometimes it can be really difficult, what I see when working and discussing things with people, you can ask yourself, what don't you want? Okay, I see that sometimes LSPs know that they don't want to work, with large MLVs. They don't want to work with small suppliers or companies from various industries. They want to make it more, let's say, specific and targeting a few certain groups. So that is basically what they want instead. If you know what you don't want, then you ask yourself, to make it positive. To make your goal sound positive, it will be easier for you and more motivating if you state it in a positive way. So I want to work with startups, companies that produce pharmaceutical products, life sciences, etc. So this is more specific. Now, okay, you have the direction. You're specializing in that direction. And of course, to know where you are at this moment. This is crucial, so that you really see, that you make an analysis, okay, who are we right now? What are we doing? What is our offer? Who can we work with? Okay. The second, let's say, capital mistake is not knowing your buyers. I noticed that this, for example, that email from the beginning was very generic. So who am I in their story? How come I'm not more important? It didn't catch my attention. So because I didn't see, if you can satisfy my needs. So you ask yourselves, whose needs can I satisfy now? What knowledge, for example, do we have right now in experiences? What kind of people, what kind of workflows we have so that we can satisfy, for example, a medium-sized startup. Can you do it? If a medium-sized startup wants to translate something into 25 languages, are we literally capable of doing it? Do we have people, technology, and workflows for this? To whom can I bring more value? Okay, probably to people who I understand, for whom I have all those experiences. How do we match in terms of doing business? This is also very important, when defining your target group. If you want to work with a company that is very formal, for example, if you want to work with a company that doesn't have defined policies regarding their corporate and social responsibility. So those are all the things that you decide so that you narrow down your target group. Okay, and when you know who you're targeting, okay, let's see what their needs are. And this is the first and most important thing to know in developing your sales strategy. Sometimes, companies or LSPs say, okay, we will basically meet all your needs. Yeah, but do you really know what their needs are? And I think that some companies seem to be lacking this knowledge. So let me say here, we all, as natural and legal persons have basically 6 needs. It's very similar. The first need that we all have is for certainty, safety, and comfort. Why? Because behind this need is our instinct for survival. So both humans and companies want to survive. If our need is constantly satisfied, then we survive. So we need to introduce some variety. Otherwise, we would die of boredom, for example. It would be too good and there would be no purpose. So that's why we need variety in our lives and also variety in our services and business. The third need is the need for importance or significance. If we are not important to someone, they cannot accept us, they cannot connect with us, they cannot love us, for example. And this stems from our need as children, when we needed to feel to be important to our parents. So also companies need to be important to their target group. If they're important to their target group, it means that they're going to establish connection. And once we're important, we can establish connection, have this love, support, etc. Once all these 4 needs are satisfied, then we can think about growth, expansion, conquering new markets, or whatever you may call it. And the 6th one is contribution. It means that we are more, let's say, socially aware, or we take care about ecology, contributing to the planet and stuff like that. Okay? Now we'll see what it means in practice. I won't go through all these needs with you, maybe the first 2. So let's say, for example, the need for certainty. What is it in practice for LSP? What do your clients have? First of all, they might seek assurance that your translation services are accurate, reliable, and consistent. So this meets their need for certainty. How can you apply it in your sales, marketing, or any business development effort? You can, for example, highlight your team's expertise and accuracy in delivering reliable translations. So those companies that really need it, and when they read it or they hear it, okay, it sounds good. I need this, Variety. For example, an LSP may want a wide range of language solutions that cater to various contexts and industries. Okay, so they're expanding, so different countries, let's say, what you can do. Okay, you can showcase the breadth of languages and industries your LSP covers, and you demonstrate adaptability. Okay, so now you saw how it looks in practice. Okay, so this live will stay on LinkedIn recorded, so you may want to come back to this later on. Okay, if you want to see, for example, how all the needs are basically processed and addressed, for all your efforts. Okay, now we'll come to the value. So once we satisfy the needs, then we have to see how we can deliver the value. So what everybody is like nowadays talking this value-based pricing and stuff like that, but many people somehow are not sure how to get there. How to introduce value-based pricing in their business practices. So first of all, in order to do this, you have to know what's valuable to your clients. Okay, so if you want to really sell services based on value, not words or hours anymore, then you have to talk about what your clients deeply value. So it means, what's extremely important to your clients. Try to think about this, reflect on this. How will your clients' lives be better with your services? What will they manage to do with your services? What will they manage to achieve? What goal or dream will they achieve with your services? For example, I don't know, if they want to expand into Asian markets, so can you really be a part of their dream, to be present in Asia? And how you can do it? Do you have the people to carry out all those tasks? So this is the value-based pricing. So it means that once you find out what their real values are, so their most important, let's say, generalizations such as, I don't know, accuracy, innovation, what really matters to them, then you basically frame your sales offering from that perspective, including all those values that mean to them and how you basically make sure that they fulfill their values. Okay. The next thing regarding sales processes is to speak the language of your clients. It's one of the common mistakes, that I see often, that LSPs use like very translation-specific jargon that normal people from marketing, IT, I don't know, medicine don't understand, such as, I don't know, TP, post-editing, localization. People don't understand it, So basically, in order for you to reach to their heart and not only brain, you have to speak their language, It's like you talk to people from, I don't know, different cultures, and you probably speak the language they understand. So it's English, or I don't know, if you're a translator, you probably speak other languages. So you communicate with those people in their languages, so that they really feel you, that they, feel like they have this sense of familiarity when they're talking with you, So here, ask yourselves, what is stopping you from using the language of your clients then? So it's not only English, but specifically the jargon of the group that you want to work with, of the companies that you can provide help to. Okay, and it's important also to basically match in your philosophies, how you work, if you feel comfortable working with such people. So if you feel comfortable working with companies, for example, who abuse child labor, some large, let's say, producers of, I don't know, clothing or something, there are some rumors that they exploited children, I don't know, in Asia or something. Do you feel comfortable working with such companies? Do you want it? Is it like your policy? Do you want to work with somebody who is really formal? So if you really like, let's say, casual conversations with your clients, then maybe you don't feel comfortable with very strict communication. And do you want to work with somebody who is extremely laid back? Okay, maybe if you're sending your email to many people, did you check these philosophies? Okay, does this, for example, laid back or casual communication make you feel credibility or not? Okay, so the first mistake corrected, customer is the hero. Now, let's talk about the second one, where, for example, you have to be the guide in this story. So when you talk to your customers, you position yourselves as the guide, So you're supposed to love this role of a guide in a business context. So, for example, your customer is a hero. A hero always has a problem. So this is the storyline, And that hero meets a villain, somebody, a bad guy, and it's normally a deadline. It's not doesn't have to be necessarily a person or something that's putting pressure on them. And then they meet a guide, so that can be you, who gives them a plan, how to help them, with that problem. And after giving the plan, calls them to action to collaborate with them, showing how the collaboration will end in success, or how it will help them avoid certain failures. Okay, so this is very important to kind of have this kind of storytelling framework that is called the hero customer journey. So that you really start from the problem, and in this way you will also achieve customer centricity. Okay, and showing empathy. it's also one of the mistakes that we can often see. Basically, showing empathy is like all about understanding what people are going through cognitively and emotionally. So if you start with the problem, you immediately show your empathy, at least cognitively, because you know what they're going through. You can put yourselves in their shoes. Emotionally, meaning that you can feel, what's going on with them. So let's say these are the two types of empathy. So when you're preparing for any sales interaction, do you really put yourself in the shoes of your clients? Do you really know why you understand their position now? Do you know, for example, what experiences with similar companies have you had? How can you apply previous experiences to the new customer? Then, of course, you have to show the authority that you have the reason why you can help them, that there is some argument. So it's all about basically showing how you apply your knowledge and not what you know. So when people, enumerate all these certificates, diplomas, and everything, it doesn't mean a thing, basically, to other people. If you don't show how you use these certificates, experienced people, technologies, and workflows to be more productive and efficient for your client, what benefits and outcomes and results have your clients achieved because of your certificates and other stuff? What actions do you take to make yourself better for your clients every day? Do you attend industry conferences? Do you, participate in different certifications and stuff like that? Do you always work on something new, gathering new knowledge? This is important so that they see, that you're a credible partner who is not stuck in a rut, in one place, that they see, okay, there's always something new, they really work on improving their service, to be better for me. So, they feel like more open to collaborating with you. Then, when you know all this, probably your conversation with the client would start differently. I like to say it's like in a bar, when you, see somebody that you like and you go there, you probably won't say, okay, let's have a drink. And then after the drink, do you want to marry me? Probably you want to meet each other, So you ask the questions. What's your problem actually right now? What basically do you need from me to help you with the problem? What is important to you about this, So by asking yourself first these questions and then your clients, probably through, emails or surveys or whatever, you will get to know, the essence, the reason for your business, and they will feel that you are interested, to help them. They will feel your empathy, and then later on, you can show your authority, But the first thing is, let's say, okay, if there is a reason for us, to do any business. Okay. And now, at the end, I would like to show you, for example, how the email from the beginning should or could look better, in my opinion. Okay, so Anna from XYZ localization could send something like this, selling your software solutions, super top accounting abroad can be very challenging, especially if your message doesn't resonate well with potential users in their native languages. Because we fully understand you, we took the liberty of contacting you. Okay, so now when I, as an, let's say, startup manager, marketing manager, read this, okay, so this is something interesting. Okay, she understands me, she empathizes with me, with my problem. I want to expand, and I see that there is some potential, okay, because now I'm intrigued to read my email further on. Okay, so what does it say here in the body? We're here basically to help you effectively and efficiently reach international markets with our language solutions. Based on our working experience with similar IT companies over the past 2 years, we believe our language solutions can bring you quick access to numerous users in desired markets, a solid foundation for long-term relationships with users, and a stronger overall global presence. wow, they speak my language. So they're using this managerial effectively and efficiently, international markets, language solutions. So solutions, it's not like translation. Okay, they have experiences with similar companies, so why wouldn't I trust them? This is good. And the benefits, oh my God, the benefits are amazing. Quick access to numerous users, that's what I want. That's what I need. A solid foundation for long-term relationships, of course. I want to stay there. I want to sell my software in the following 15, 20 years, maybe. And I want a stronger overall global presence, of course. I want to have my market share. So these guys from this company seem to be amazing. Okay, let's see what else did I say. It's a bit long, but okay, now they piqued my curiosity. But that's just what we think now, without knowing exactly how you're dealing with your go-to-market challenges. Therefore, we would like to discuss the challenges with you so that we can find tailor-made solutions if you agree. And of course, if you're looking for a linguistic growth enabler in the near future. To see how our experienced professionals and modern translation technology can contribute to your international success in desired geographies and save you money, you may visit our website at xyzlocalization.com. Okay, you can reply directly to this email and use other means of contact that are most convenient for you. Wow, now this is completely interesting. I like the go-to-market challenges. Okay, so they speak my language. Okay, tailor-made solution, something for me, so I'm special in this case. They will dedicate, I don't know, a translator or team to my project. Okay, linguistic growth enabler. Okay, I never thought of, for example, that linguistic solutions basically enable my growth. Okay, so they have experienced professionals, technology, they success in geographies. Okay, so this is what basically addresses my values, success, growth, like challenges. I like to be special. So this is, everything is fine. And I can contact them. I can reply to this email. So it's not generic, So I'm really happy with this. And I would say, yes, I would like to have a meeting with them after all this. Okay, now to sum it all up, basically all the things that I talked about in the presentation could be summed up in one statement by Zig Ziglar. Your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. Okay, thank you very much. And just a few seconds for our upcoming Reinforce Your Sales workshop. That's going to take place on September 13th, 20th, and 27th. And we're going to dig deeper into sales processes, into your psychology as a seller, buyer psychology, and how to apply it in sales, emails, events, sales pitches, etc. And you're going to be equipped with a tool that will, help you feel secure, whenever you're developing a sales strategy or when you are basically in the very sales interaction. And a special candy for all attendees. We have a special price. Instead of 650 euros for the workshops, you will pay 580 by using or typing the code RFY sales in the registration form on our website. Well, thank you very much for being with us here today, for listening. Now I'm gonna check your questions and comments and give my answers. Okay, let me see. Thank you again and see you